for Brother Luchan, who I am so grateful to have here today. Let's give him a hand as he joins us.
Greetings, Foothill CSL. How is everyone?
Good.
Very
I
good.
missed y'all.
It's you.
It's funny because I grew up on 23rd Avenue in Oakland, California. And in many songs, there's always that talk of that 23rd Foothill Strip. And we talk about that a lot. So, like, of course, I have another home up here in Sacramento. Known as it makes perfect sense. Because that word is found to be so many places. There's no accidents in the universe. Now, as I was making my way here, I was thinking about the topic. And as metaphysicians, we love this coming up with clever ways of talking about things. And the universe, but honestly, we talk about the same thing every Sunday. The exact same thing. I know as metaphysicians, we love to think. We talk about the same thing. We talk about love. People ask us, what's your religion? What are you talking about at your church? What's your philosophy? And I always take a deep breath because I know, here we go. And I realize I can simply tell them my religion is love. Now, when I think about love, I always laugh at myself because, well, love and happiness go hand in hand. And when you're from where I'm from, you always try to look cool when you do things. I'm not cool at all, but I try. I really do try to look cool. And then I always stumble and wonder what's missing. I understand now that real love, real happiness, real bliss does not look cool at all. It's outright corny, actually. And we're afraid of that. Love is just raw and uncut. It's just, oh my goodness. There is no room for looking cool. It consumes you. And I think oftentimes we fight that because we worry what's watching us. Real love is not caring. You know that feeling when you step into a room and you're worried, what are these people going to think of me? And you're checking your face all the time and, let me go to the bathroom. And, yeah. What if we just accepted all of us and laughed at the part of us those don't really like that much? What if we just learned that's called freedom. That's called really loving our lives. Yes, there's a whole other side of you don't really like showing people. Yes, but so what? We all have it. So why do we hide it? Whenever someone's having a bad day, we look, that person's having a bad day. You ain't never had a bad day. You've never let that person have a bad day. You've had a bad day before. But yet, when someone has it, we look, everybody, that person's having a bad day. But you've had a bad day. And when you have that bad day, you want people to understand, hey, I'm having a bad day, everyone. So maybe y'all can take it easy. We all do it. But when it's someone else that turn to have a bad day, what do? See, that's the part about love we don't really like. See how beautiful it is outside right now? It is so easy to love outside, right? Isn't it? I love nature. Look at that. And that storm comes up. You got to be locked in your house because it's not safe. Not safe to drive. Might be too cold to even go. Can you say you love nature then? And of course, I always have to bring my hip-hop references into things. I love to, point out God, but people don't really look for God. I love doing that. It's fun because God is literally everywhere. See, we can be like, God is the meadow and God is the brook. That's easy. Come on, that's elementary God stuff. Stop it. Is God that boss you don't like? Is God that relationship you should have left a long time ago that no longer serves you? Is God that job you really do not like? You're just doing it because, hey, but it's become you now. because you're too afraid to really express yourself fully. See, now I've ruffled feathers. See how all the smiles are dissipated now? See how I've done that? I like talking about God when we don't like looking at God. And so 50 Cent has that one song called 21 Questions. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Girl, it's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me? It's a lot of our biggest fear. I'm balling now. I'm up. Of course I got all the love. What happens when I fall off? Can you love that side of you too? Think about those times you've embarrassed yourself. Oh, stop. We all did it. Those times you said things. Oh, I can't even believe I said that. What if it's something even not that deep? What about those times you thought you were about to make a good presentation and you stumbled in front of everybody? Everybody saw it. Can you love that part of you too? We are blessed to have the Reverend we have here. We have so many amazing spiritual leaders in this community. But I'm also starting to realize that spiritual leaders who don't get enough credit, stand-up comedians.
Oh, yeah.
They take pain and make us look at it like, yeah. Do you understand how amazing that is? We laugh like what they did was not take our pain, everyone's pain that we share, and turn it into something funny. You are not going to make it without a dark sense of humor. I'm sorry. All a dark sense of humor truly is just for those of us who survived something dark. And you learn to laugh at it. What about that shadow side of you that you keep hidden? That part of you don't like to talk about. That part you just keep on punishment. Just go to your room. I don't got time for that. Now, what about that part? Can you love that part of you too? Can you take you out of the room and give you a hug? Can you hug that part of you too? We love putting our best foot forward all the time. Come on, you from my community, we know. What's the number one rule when you go to school? You better not be ashy. Can't never be ashy, ever. Right? Been playing football all day. The ball was wet. Just melted all my lotion off my hand. When I go, oh my goodness, I'm going home. Somebody give me some lotion. I can't be ashy. It's a big thing. Love talking about cultural things, right? It's just fun. We're all one family, so we have to talk about it outright. It's fun to do that. If you know anything about me, I like to make people uncomfortable. And the reason why is if you're uncomfortable, that means there's growth going on. And I like that because I don't like going through growth by myself. What can I learn to love ashy me too? Can I do that? I think that's the part of it is when I want to start something new, I want to be good at it right away. If I'm not good the first day, I'm going to quit. And what that comes from is, why can't you love you as a novice? Why do you have to be an expert as soon as you start? The journey is all the joy anyway. It's the journey. We're 2 days away from Tupac's birthday. And as I was sitting and laughing at that, I thought about one of his most slept on songs. And it's from it's the soundtrack from that movie Gridlocked. Movie didn't do that well, but the song is called You Never Had a Friend Like Me. And he's talking about it, more tough guy persona, You ride for me, I ride for you, you ride for me. Your enemies, my enemies, because you ain't never had a friend like me. When you're a young man, you feel that me against the world thing, it's good to have you a homie like that next to you. But the more I listen to that, I laugh and realize that's a song we're all supposed to be singing in the mirror. It's so fun to think of God out there. It's fun to do that. Number one reason is because, there's no accountability in that. Oh, well, it wasn't God's will. It wasn't in it for it. We know better than that. If you want it, then God wants it. Because here we know there is no difference. There is no separation. So therefore, if you want love in your life, if there's things that you love, that you want to love, you have to start loving yourself first. And that's the most frightening thing. Because then that means we get to forgive ourselves for things that we still do not think we can forgive. I know I'm telling my business, I'm telling yours too. You know why? Because there's only one life. See that? In order to fully be happy, we have to embrace all of us. And this is what's scary. We get to do the same for everyone we cross paths with. Because self-love can only mean, well, I'm only crossing paths with you, obviously, because there is a reflection going on, and we drew each other to each other. So what I'm looking at is me. Even if you are getting on my last nerve. It's frightening to do. You know that all we're looking at are just different equations, and we're just looking, we solve for x. And solving for x is find the God in this equation. That's all we're doing. We're just mathematicians. Every single person is getting on your, that's an equation you have not solved yet. So use your fingers, start counting. Whatever you need to do, solve the equation. We'll let you go away. The best way to get rid of a hater in your life is to pray for them to get what they're looking for. So you get them out your way. But if you know, I ain't going to pray for them, because well, you're the problem then. You're the problem. That's what being a player is. I'm talking about even the social term player. That's literally what being a player is. When something happens, man, you know, it's nothing to a player. That's a player. Take your emotions out of it and know that you are in the game of life. You are in the game right now of life. And all of us are players. And you are here to love, period. That's what we do. Who can outlove each other? That's what we're doing. It's a game of laser tag of love. You know, when it's over, we comparing stats and you know, you love us. I gotta love people like you. That's what we're doing. Who can outlove each other? And I'm realizing now those same people who are always called lucky growing up. I always thought luck was just some people get it, some people don't. Luck is consciousness. Luck is not, whenever you feel like it, you can decide you're lucky. And lucky people know that the universe is working in their favor because they love everything around them. Because they know it's them. That's what luck is. The moment we open ourselves up to the universe says, thank you, and starts raining down on you. But you can't do that if you're still holding on to all that old stuff that nobody but you even remembers anyway. Holding on to it. Universe got all kind of blessings for you. Oh, I can't believe I did. Universe is like, will you quit tripping? I got something way better for you. Oh, just one more second. I just got to carry this for a few more decades. And I'm talking about me, not y'all. You remember Erica Badu's bag lady, right? Remember that? Bag lady. You gonna hurt your back? Dragging all them bags like that. That's a metaphor. All that baggage. Wonder why you always late for your bus. Wonder why when you always want somebody new in your life, they leave because you have no room for them. Why are his shoes here? I thought you wanted me to come over. Do not forget that. When we want things in our lives, we get to make room for it. That's how we get the blessing. You see that thing you want? Already start acting like you have space for it in your life. Trust me, the universe will place it there. But the first thing you have to do is love yourself fully. Love yourself enough to know that every single person who crosses your path is there because God put them there, no matter how annoying. Are we ready to do that part, though?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You sure?
Yes.
So when you turn the news on and they fill your head with a whole bunch of fear, who is gangster enough in there to say, you don't fool me, God, I see you right there. Who can do that? No matter who the president is. No matter who the president is not. No matter who won a Grammy, you can't stand their song. Who can do it? It's easy to say it now. Look at all these beautiful faces we have around us. It's easy to say it now. When it's looking you dead in the face, who can do it? I remember when I first moved to East Oakland from South Berkeley, you got to learn quick, the politics, and it's quick. You got to learn real quick. And I learned very quickly at 23rd Avenue and 35th Avenue, we had a friendly little rivalry going. And there's no accidents in the universe. God knows how much I do not like confrontation. It's something especially in my teens, I didn't want confrontation. Which is why, in that time of my life, it seemed like every single girl I was interested in lived on 35th Avenue. And so I'm walking my friend home, and lo and behold, that one dude I can't stand. You know, when it's a bully, for some reason, the bully always looks like this big, right? You always got to look back to see the bully's eyes, because the bully's is huge. Like, he just shows up. And I can't look scared down in front of her. But I am sweating bullets right now. And he's just following me, saying his little things, and he can't wait until he can get me cornered so he can try to make me look foolish in front of her. And so somehow he gets in front of us, and he has his boys with him. And he just mean mugs me, and he does the classic, "What's up?" I can't fight all three of these guys. And yes, I am very fast, but I'm not about to run with her standing next to me. Come on, yo, I can't do that. So I decided to fight the situation with love. So when he gave me the classic, "What's up?" I was like, "Oh, what's up? How you been, man? Hey, how you been there?" And he realized in that moment, what? He flipped the situation. I went, "What's up?" And he was like, "What's up?" And in that situation, it left him with enough confusion to where I could keep on walking and go in the house. And when I came out, he was gone. Normally, he would have waited. And the reason that happened is because when somebody shows up wanting to hate and you keep on pouring love on a situation, they get bored and find someone else to hate. Quit acting like love is not your weapon. That is your best weapon of choice. It slays any dragon you need it to. But you have to use it on yourself first. Here's the metaphor for that, because I said it backwards. I was doing security in San Francisco. And this was a job I did not like, because all it really was taking our unhoused population and telling them, "You can't be here." That was my job. Every night, "Hey, you can't be here. I know life is tough. Know the government has made cuts. I know there is literally no home for you, and it's very unfair, but my job was to tell you that you can't be here." And it got to the point to where people would get very irate when they see me, because, you know, you got that security uniform, and you're just a target, and you wear it. So people started seeing me, started being ready for me, started being confrontational. And I told my boss, "Can we get myself some kind of protection, like a taser, anything?" And he said, "Sure, we can get you a taser." And right after he said that, I made a comment that I should not have made. And he looked at me and goes, "So before you wear this taser, you have to know what it feels like."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, I mean, but I was just joking when I said that. No, bro. I just heard what you said. And had you not said that, you would have got the taser without having to, but because you said what you said, now you have to know what it feels like." So I was like, "Okay," because I needed this job. And so I'm getting ready. You know, he didn't do the classic, you know, we were standing and he hits you before. No, he was like, "Nah, I can tell this kid can't have that." So I had to, like, plank. And he had it already set up to me, and it was going to be a joke for like maybe half a second. And I kept on saying, wait, I got to use the bathroom. And I kept on trying to stall him. And finally, he was like, "Listen, do you want this job or not?" Long story short, we ended up doing the joke. It was the weirdest sensation I had ever felt in my life. But that's not what matters. It was also funny. I taped it. I like screamed. There was like a funny little scream. The whole thing. The moral of the story is that love is your weapon. But before you can use it effectively, you have to use it on yourself. Do you really love you? That face, that flawless face of yours, do you really love it? We all say, "Oh, no one's without flaw," but I do not believe that. I think everyone is perfect. It's just that human eyes are trained to see imperfections, but God sees something perfect. Yeah, that attitude of yours that you think you hate, God is like, "Yes, I designed you that way. Isn't it great?" And you're like, "But I get an attitude. Yes, isn't it great?" To you, see the beauty in you? Do you see it? Because if I see it, it doesn't matter if you see it. I can tell you all day. Do you really see it? Do you really love all of you? The moment you begin loving all of you, you'll start loving all that comes around you, and you'll realize you've been in heaven this whole time. And what does the universe always say to us? So if you say this is heaven, what does the universe say? Yes. And the universe has to back it up, right? And that, my friends, is how you become a lucky person. When you allow the universe to rain down on you what you deserve anyway. You do know all that you desire, all the wealth, all the love. You know that you do deserve it, right? Just by simply being here, you deserve it. But you have to believe that. I can't believe it for you. That's really what we're all fighting about, right? That's really what's going on right now. All the global is because people do not believe that they are the divine expression of God that they are. Amen. So if we really want to heal the world first, we have to believe that we are the divine expression of God that we are, and then we get to tell it to people. Why? Because if I'm just telling it to you so that you stop fighting, so that I have a good day on the way to Walmart, well, I'm faking, and you're going to feel that vibration. But when someone who truly loves themselves says, hey, you are beautiful, it hits a little different. It's a little bit different. Real love is always first given by someone who loves themselves. It doesn't feel the same when someone who is not truly loving himself tells you, I love you. It ain't the same. It ain't the same. But when someone who I know is actively loving themselves, actively doing what they deserve in life, actively going after what it is they want, and they tell you, listen, you deserve it, you feel that vibration. Don't you want the people in your life who you love to feel that vibration? Then when you tell them, you have to mean it, which means start today by loving your beautiful, perfect self. Start right now. Start right now. If we can, let's take a ride together. Everybody close their eyes. Think about someone in your life you're having difficulty with, someone you're not getting along with. Now think of them as a baby. Think of them all as innocent. And something along their life fed them that error thought that has them in confrontation with you like that. Think about the time when you were fed those same error thoughts. Each and every person that we bump heads with, each and every person we come across who we feel are haters, who we feel are villains, there's a story there. We don't need to know the story. Let's just assume and know that there's a story there because we all smiled when we saw that person as a child. So we know there's a perfect divine being in everyone, which means all that excess stuff about him that we do not like, we can forgive right now and enjoy our lives. Open your eyes, please. Now look at all the God faces around you. Welcome to heaven. Welcome to being lucky. Namaste. And so in this moment, I know there is one life. That life is God's life. That life is my life. That life is everyone in this room, everyone outside this room, everyone in the city of Auburn, everyone outside. God is everywhere. You cannot find anything else but God. Stop trying. Regardless of appearances, regardless of my own thoughts, I am knowing that God is the only power in existence, and it is up to me to always find that God. So right now in this moment, I'm forgiving all error thoughts, all mistakes, all expressions of fear. I'm forgiving it and letting it go right now. All what ifs, what happens if, and I'm letting it all go, all question marks. I am letting go and putting it into the fire because I know God has got it. Regardless of what has gone on thus far, I am allowing myself to be the beautiful God expression I am meant to be. Blessing all who come along my path because I know they are a blessing to me. Just like a chain has to give and receive to make it a perfect link. God is that perfect link. And so right now in this moment, I'm blessing this service, knowing all is well, knowing that we are all spiritually fed, and now we go out into the world and do what it is that we are supposed to do, which is love. For this and so much more, I'm giving you thanks. And so it is.
So it is.